Hello my besties and amaras. Before we start, let's grab ourselves this refreshing McDonald's McCafe. Alright, if you're new watching this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment below, share and like, and please don't forget to subscribe. And also please don't forget to follow all my TSMA family on smil.com. They're all amazing singers. Alright, so in tonight's episode, we are going to create a magic pour. Alright, let's start. Alright, so these are the materials that we are going to use for today's painting tutorial. Your balloon, alright, creative inspirations, and please check out all the links below. And this one, Artist Loft. Your favorite knives. This I'm using Liquitex, alright. And the RGM Italy. And also your favorite swiping plastic. You can either use this one or your credit cards. It's up to you. Alright. Whatever you can use for this today's painting tutorial, please use it. Alright. And also, again, please don't forget to subscribe. Alright. So let's do this. Alright my besties, so on this painting tutorial we are using for the black background, it's the Artist Loft, alright? So and you can also add silicone to all your paint colors, or to just one color in your pour. You can thoroughly stir the silicone into your paint for smaller cells, or add it and very lightly stir for larger cells. Alright, so like what I said, the added additive that I used for this is the fluid roll. Alright, so you know, feel free to experiment with your paints or any paints of your choice, any brand of your choice. But if you want to know what paint we use for this painting tutorial, please check out the link and the links in the description below. I added a lot there, and you can just click the one that says Artist Loft and the creative inspirations. You know, you can experiment with your paints and come up with your own methods later on, and the possibilities are endless. And you can also try the techniques that I'm using on here. Well, I use the swiping technique, the balloon smashing, alright, and the swiping technique. So if you can try these techniques with your various paints and pouring mediums, you see how different materials create different results. And if you are a beginner, a brand new artist, or if you are a brand new to paint pouring, you can start simple and work on getting the techniques down first. So remember, silicone and other additives can be added to any of the paints used in these projects to help create cells if you want to create cells. So remember to check the links below. I added the silicone there and you can click that. And by the way, if you happen to purchase or to click those links that I added there, alright, and made like an illegible purchase, I just wanna, this is a disclaimer, alright. I just wanna let you know that by clicking and buying from these links, they are paying us a small amount of commission. It's not a lot. It's probably enough to buy like a bottle of paint, and we really appreciate your patronage. Okay, so if you make a purchase from these links, then they give us like a small commission. And thank you so much for taking time to check out the links below.
Oh, I love the colors.
Alright, so like what I was saying, just remember the silicone and other additives can be added to any of the paints used in all the projects. Alright, if you want to create cells, if only if you desired to create cells. So I've demonstrated the techniques using, of course, this canvas. Alright, and all the paintings
There you go.
were created with fluid roll using the paint mixing recipe that I just said, with latex based paint conditioner. Well, there are several fluid rolls that you can buy. I also added in the link below. There's one also for the oil, but since I'm using this acrylic, it's a latex based paint. Alright, so I'm using the fluid roll that has a latex based paint conditioner. So now once you have found your materials and learned to mix up your paints, alright, I never put water on my paint. So like when you observe me pouring these acrylic fluids, it's not really so watery, and at least the color is still there. It's still pigmented. And when you already learned to mix up your paints, you're ready to get started with all the techniques that we TSMA are demonstrating through our videos. So there is also a wide variety for acrylic pour techniques, to try out and experiment with. So some require additional tools, but most need only your pre-mixed paint. When I said pre-mixed, your paint plus your additives, alright, or the medium that you use. And if you use some containers, and then your favorite painting surface, of course. So there are truly as many fun techniques as there are artists. However, we started with some of the most popular and common methods, such as this one. And some of these techniques that we are using, they can be used together. For example, the most popular one, the flip cup. If you are watching our videos, or alright, you can check it out. The flip cups, they're really nice to do, and just experiment. And also the negative space pour. So as much as possible, we cover each techniques individually. So I also recommend trying out as many pouring mediums as you can to find your favorite. You see, some artists even like to mix mediums to create their own formula. For example, you can also combine glue, the glue that you use for school, you know, to glue the books, that one, the fluid roll, and the GAC 800 in a bottle, and use this as your pouring medium, and mixing it with your favorite paint. And if you like water, you can also add water. So just learn what works best for you with the materials you have available. All right. So just keep it simple though when you're first starting out. All right. And just add to your toolbox as you go along. You see, most of the materials can be found at your local art store, and such as silicone maybe need to be purchased online. So if you can find any silicone from any of the stores that's near you, you can check out the links in the description below. Alright, so the pouring mediums, these are essential components or ingredients of acrylic pouring. So they help the paint flow easily on a flat surface. So keep the colors from mixing and becoming muddy. Okay, by avoiding this, you don't have to use the same brush or the same palette knife and grab or paint to another color. You have to clean every time you touch one color. So that's the secret of keeping your colors from becoming muddy and preventing the paint from cracking, also known as crazing when drying. So these pouring mediums possesses different qualities that will affect the cells of your painting. So you have to you help your paint with self-leveling. Okay, it is the process in which the paint becomes smooth and flattens out on a surface and produce other good results that you may or may not want. Sometimes it produces bad results too. So there are really many options for pouring mediums. There's one, like what I mentioned earlier, is a glue. It is also a great pouring medium to start with. You can use almost any liquid glue, including the white school glue, or the clear glue, or the multi-purpose glue. So with different brands of glue, they vary in quality. You know, such as some bookbinding glues, they are designed to last and making them a higher quality option. But they're kind of pricey when compared to the school glue. Also, there's also a fluid medium, you know, like Liquitex. You can buy that anywhere. Alright, or just check out the link below. Alright, there's also Vallejo pouring medium. There's also a Deco Art pouring medium. These mediums are specifically designed to make paint more fluid and produce pours without cracking or crazing. It's also self-leveling, so it won't affect the color of your paint, and it dries with a glossy sheen, you know. And some artist pouring mediums are a little on a pricey side, but if you're not comfortable with those mediums, then you know, just know that when you use those, they work beautifully for paint pouring. Also, there are paint conditioners that you can buy. These are designed for house painters. Alright, so the conditioner is mixed with the paint to help it flow. It makes the paint like go to a fortified mixture, the quality, and prevent it from crazing or cracking. So these are also self-leveling. I always use the Fluitrol, because it helps me create cells that I love without any additives. You see, paint conditioner also is inexpensive. It's often cheaper than the glue, depending where state you live. So it's available online. So you can check out the links below, alright? Then these weren't specifically designed for acrylic coating and therefore are not sold in art stores. So you can perfectly balance the cost and quality. So for this painting tutorial, I also added the balloon smashing. There you go, as you can see. And it creates beautiful cells. Alright. So there's another one, medium, the acrylic polymer. It's called Golden 800. Are intended to increase the fluidity of acrylic paints without cracking also. So they are much tackier than the fluid mediums, and the paint mix with an acrylic medium polymer can adhere to multiple types of surfaces. It's also on the more expensive side if you use that one. There you go. I love this balloon smashing. Wow. So like what I said, you can also add silicone and certain oils to your paint mixture to assist in creating cells. So when you push that paint using this balloon, the acrylic paint rejects and pushes against the silicone oil, causing the silicone to rise to the surface and creates cells. So I have found silicones to be really especially helpful in cell creation, especially in creating large or small cells. When you are first starting out and working on perfecting your paint consistency. So first we did poured our paint, then we swiped it. Alright. When we did the swiping, we saw silicones, they really made a big difference, and it will give you some fun effects, just like what you can see on this video tutorial. So while you're using silicone, it can help your paint produce cells, but it's an optional additive. And now I'm using this stick. You can use anything. If you have like a palette knife, just add some effects, and but you can certainly create cells without doing this sticks effects. So there you go. So we did the balloon dip or balloon smash, or sometimes we call it balloon kiss, you know. And we created flower-like designs and patterns. And sometimes if you're lucky, you can create like birds or bees. You know, it depends also with the color of the paint that you choose. So you want to be gentle when touching the balloon to the canvas. Alright? Alright, my besties and Amaras, if you like this video, please like and share and comment below. And also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so you will get notified if we have new videos. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching the Sexy Music Assassins, or TSMA, painting with Epigelia. I love you all so much, and God bless you all.